the seed time. And those will be the two to see if they can knock off any of the teams in that second faster heat.
So here we go with the 4x400. This is kind of a mystery race for us because we don't really actually know for sure who's always going to show up until the day of. Yesterday they listed about 8 athletes for each of these teams, but in Heat 1, Lake Superior State, Northwood, Ferris, Parkside, and Northern Michigan. Best qualifying time coming in is Saginaw Valley. We were kind of wondering if Saginaw Valley might pop Olszewska into this race as well, but she's had a busy weekend already, and they've got the best qualifying time with the 4 that they have listed on their start sheet today. But in this one, it's Parkside out in front, Northern Michigan, Lake State, Northwood, and Ferris. And the first handoff is a good one from Parkside, likewise for the Wildcats. Good to see some Lake State runners out there as well. We didn't see a lot. We saw on the men's side 1 or 2 participants, I think just in the longer distances. But always good to see the folks coming down from the Sioux to take part in this. And now the lead belonging to Northern Michigan.
It'll be interesting to see what happens in that next heat with Saginaw Valley. Right now, they're ranked 15th. They're probably going to take 12 in the relay. So, they've got a little bit of work to do. So we'll see what they do with their personnel to try and get there.
Yeah, and they've got by far the best time in the GLIAC right now by over 10 seconds. So we're not necessarily talking about qualifying times for Davenport or even Grand Valley and Wayne State, who have both gone under 4 minutes for this relay. If you talk to Grand Valley's coaches, they would characterize their team this year as being deep and strong in a lot of areas and maybe not quite as good in sprints or the shorter distances as they have been in the recent past.
Yeah, they lost some good runners last year. And, you sort of go through these ebbs and flows with each event, and they might be a little young there right now. But, yeah, this is definitely not there. We've seen so many years where Grand Valley was scoring points at the national meet in the 4x4. Doesn't look like this is going to be the year that happens, but, gives them an opportunity to do some rebuilding, go out and find some fast 400 runners.
Well, they had Angelica Floyd for a long time at Grand Valley, who was really an outstanding performer in the sprints, and they lost Nicole Shreenan, who transferred to Tennessee after last season, which is a big disappointment for the Grand Valley coaches, and we've been keeping an eye out for her to see some of her results, and I think she's found life in Division I to be a little bit tougher for whatever reason. Obviously, good competition, maybe even better competition in racing in the Southeastern Conference. And a school like Tennessee with a great track and field history is going to attract people from all over the world to their program.
That's true. One of the challenges, when you're up here is that your outdoor season ends when the weather starts to get nice in Michigan. So if you're a sprinter, it does give her an opportunity for an extended outdoor season. And, she's someone that can definitely is definitely a Division I quality runner. She can perform at a high level, for Division I as well.
Talked to a couple of the Grand Valley coaches who are talking about the results from the SEC.
It's like we've got
tournament, and they said that Nicole Shreenan ran in a relay down there this weekend, but was not in any of the individual races. So an indication of how much tougher it is to go on when you're at a school that attracts runners and sprinters from not just all over the country, all over the world.
Improvement on their seed time for Northern Michigan. So came in with a 4:04, finished with a 3:59.